Mr. Kranthi Bathini of WealthMills Securities. Hello, sir. Welcome to the show. Now, the kind of movement that we are seeing in market, the exuberance does not at least it's not looking to slow down anytime soon. We are opening at a record high pretty much on a daily basis. Now, the market is expecting a pullback, but how big of a pullback will this be? Can we see a 2 to 3% decline from here on, given that we have rallied by about 1200 points on Nifty?
Yes, Suyash, it's a jubilant mood in the market, and we can see the exuberance and euphoria in the market, and that's what making the both sensex and Nifty inching towards the all-time high levels. And the beauty in this market is right now at the higher level also we can see the buying interest is emerging from all sets of the market at this point of time. That's what keeping the market on the higher range. So what makes the markets to pull down? We need to see the whole lot of events that are taking place. The headwinds earlier have become the tailwinds right now. The crude at a very favorable situation at right now at this point of time, and the domestic macro as well as micro indicators, quantitative indicators are quite positive for the Indian markets. That's what helping the markets at this point of time to stay at a higher level. But it all depends upon the individual and independent stock specific whether to take the profit or not. And the beauty in this market, Suyash, okay, the leverage in this market at the present conditions are extremely low. Be it the case earlier a decadal back, whenever the market inches or stays on the top, the leverage in the market used to be very high. But at this point of time, after a humongous army of people that's participating in this market, legion of investors are supporting this market to stay at a higher range. But the leverage ratios are very low at this point of time. People who are really interested for the long term, they are coming into the market at this point of time. That's what keeping the markets at the higher range. Probably Indian market, if the market comes below, as you mentioned, if it gives back, it's at Indian market at every dip, the money is coming to the market, and that's what making the market to sustain at the higher range.
Now, Kranti, we are essentially pretty much at 21,000 mark, just about 50-60 points shy of it. And as you rightly pointed out, people are betting in this market for the long term, for the next decade, given that there is some clarity, at least from the state elections, to what the political outcome would be when 2024 general elections start next year. Now, can we rally another 1,000 points of from here, given that the market momentum is in fact so strong? Can we end 2023 at 22,000?
Suyash, market was struggling at 20,000 level for quite a long time. Right. And once it touched 20,000 level, and today within a couple of days time, less than a week time, 4 or 5 trading sessions, we are just at a kissing distance to 21,000 level. That's what the momentum in this market. Global cues also helping the market to say sustain about this level. So I don't think so. It would be difficult to achieve some 70 points, and Nifty can be possible. It's not a big deal at this point of time, but sustainability is extremely crucial at this point of time, Suyash.
Good morning, Mr. Bathini. Now, there is one big group that has become part of this, added to the exuberance, and that's the Bajaj Group that has crossed the 10 lakh crore mark in market capitalization. Before I elaborate on this, what would you have to say about the Bajaj Group joining the elite club?
Yeah, they joined the big league of corporate groups in India in terms of the market capitalization is concerned. They have a high corporate governance, bets and things on the long-term approach of the market, and very stable business models forayed into autos and financial services. And many of the group companies have extreme wealth creators on a longer term basis. So investors with a long-term approach, definitely with the young and dynamic management at the helm of affairs with respect to the Bajaj Group is concerned, and they know what they are doing, both in terms of autos, both in terms of the financial services industry is concerned. So, for a long-term investor, Bajaj Group is one of the key wealth creator at this point of time also for the long-term investing is concerned.
You spoke about the Bajaj Group. I think I'll take the audience through how the group companies have performed in the last 1 year, if we can have the graphic. So, Suyash, Bajaj is on an overdrive. If
Right.
you look at Bajaj Autos, 66.16% gains in the last 1 year, 2.22 in the last 5 days. Bajaj Finance, 9.76 percent gains in the last 1 year, 3.03 in the last 5 days. Bajaj Finserv, 3.68% in the last 1 year, 2.69% in the last 5 days. Bajaj Holdings and Investment, 22.73% in the last 1 year and 4.38% in the last 5 days. And Maharashtra Auto, something that probably is under the radar of most investors, 64.86% returns in the last 1 year, 1.33% in the last 5 days. Mr. Bathini, if you can help me on this, which of these do you think is the most attractive right now? All of them are very expensive. I mean, Bajaj Scooters is at the moment at 8,022. Which one would you recommend out of this table for the investors to go into right now?
Yeah, one is the two-wheeler major Bajaj Auto. With respect to the long-term investing is concerned, okay, recently Raju Bajaj made a very remarkable statement and come up with the idea of launching CNG two-wheelers.
Right.
That's going to be a changer if they are successful in this perspective, because everybody talks about the IC and talks about the electric. In between, there is a okay, there is a big opportunity. If they could able to successful in this product segment, that's going to be a big game changer for Bajaj Auto is concerned. So for the long-term investors, still the two-wheeler is a big game. They are quite diversified in entry level and also the top end of the models. Okay, so these stocks are not for just a couple of quarters or just for one bull rally. The investors, if they have a very long-term approach, definitely, if anyone want to construct the new investors who are coming into the market or the existing investors, if they want to have a very blended long-term portfolio, definitely Bajaj Auto also do suitable, because always in market, the good corporate governance companies and good business models comes up with a expensive price tag. That's what this group always demands. And these business models are very quite sustainable, stable business models. These are not one of kind of blips in the market, both financial services and autos. They are the strong core sectors in the economy. When we say participation of India's growth story, the consumerism and consumption story, this is the best consumption themes, both the autos as well as financial services. Coming to the financial services, they're quite strong, and the NBFC and the insurance space, what they are into, they also comes up with a expensive price tag. But an investor with a long-term approach, definitely they can accumulate these stocks for a medium to long-term basis.
Now,
At
Kranthi,
every
interesting that you you brought up Bajaj Finance, because that stock had come in under a fair bit of pressure after RBI tightened the norms for unsecured lending. But we are seeing buying interest re-emerge in that counter, where the stock has given returns of nearly 4% in the last 5 days. Valuation wise, is it a good time to enter Bajaj Finance for the short term?
Yeah, for a short term is concerned, Suyash, at tips one can add, and with respect to the medium term is concerned, one need to add these stocks at a very staggered manner. There is nothing to hurry adding these stocks one day in the portfolio at a single go. One need to add these stocks at every dip. That's what the strategy for these stocks. And if the momentum is concerned, one need to have a strict stop loss in these counters also. But by and large, these stocks are suitable for investors who are approaching for a medium to long-term returns.
Now, Mr. Bathini, moving from one conglomerate to another, Adani Group of stocks, they have been, rallying and rallying, it's nobody's business, because Adani Enterprises in a matter of last 5-6 sessions has rallied by about 40%. All Adani Group stocks have given returns of about 20 to 60% since November 24th. And what are you making of this re-emergence of buying interest in the group stocks? Because of course, as we all know, these stocks were laggards for the majority of the 2023. But, buying momentum is picking up once again.
Suyash, there is a great saying on Wall Street. Stocks which are in uptrend, they are, you can say they are innocent till the time they become in the downtrend. And stocks in the downtrend, they are always guilty. So Adani Group, they were in a guilty mode for last quite a long time. And they are showing innocence right now in this uptrend. So the price changes the perception of the people. The statements that came from the US authority yesterday that prompted again regained the buying interest from the investors. But these stocks are by and large high beta in nature with respect to their price momentum is concerned. So the investor who likes the price momentum, for the traders who likes the momentum and high risk appetite investors, they can participate in this group, because the reason is you can see erratic moves in the stock prices and they are quite price sensitive and they respond to the price or information very quickly. So the investors who want to take that risk, this group is by and large suitable in a majority of the stocks. Of course, there are some fundamentally strong companies are there in this group, but by and large, they're all dominated by this price-sensitive information, Suyash.
Now, Kranthi, in one word, if you can help us, for the long-term investors, should one buy into the rally or avoid for now? Adani Group of
See,
stocks.
with respect to, it's a very difficult question to answer, Suyash, very honest with you. But there are some pockets, okay, there are some value business models they have, like the ports and the cement business, even the conglomerate, the holding company, Adani Enterprises, can be added at dips. Okay, there is no hurry if the investor want to invest in these groups, in these companies. Nothing to hurry to go and jump. One can add in a very staggered manner. Probably one can add on dips. That is the best way. But these stocks are suitable for, by and large, for the high risk appetite investors and traders. Those people who don't want to take risk or don't want the high volatility, better to stay away.
All right. If you are risk averse, better to stay away. But momentum could continue, perhaps will continue. That's Mr. Kranthi Bathini for you. Thank you, sir, for joining us here on News9.
Thanks, Suyash, and both of you in the studio.